We have a special type of matrix called an inverse matrix. And this is the matrix that allows us to do something similar to division. And it's not actually division. Okay, we cannot divide matrices. But there is this operation using inverses that comes close. So we say that two matrices, A and B, are inverses. First of all, notice that they are square matrices, n rows and n columns. If when you multiply them in either order, you get the identity matrix. Remember, that's the matrix that has a one, that has ones all along the diagonal from top left to bottom right, and zeros everywhere else. So if we multiply these two matrices and we get the identity, we say they are inverses of each other. Okay, so A is the inverse of B, or B is the inverse of A. And the way that we'll denote that is we'll use this little superscript of a -1. So the inverse of A, we will say is A to the -1. Okay, we just read that as A inverse. If the matrix A has an inverse, then we say it is invertible. Not every square matrix will actually have an inverse, and we'll see later on how to know that. So let's just start by looking at this example. Let's just verify that these two things are inverses. That means let's verify that if we multiply these, we get the identity matrix. So we take our matrix A and we multiply by the matrix B. So first of all, because this is a 2 by 2 matrix and this is a 2 by 2 matrix, we know that we can multiply them because those match, and our result will be a 2 by 2. Now to find these, this first entry is in the first row and first column. So we use the first row and first column. We have 1 times -2 plus 2 times 3 halves. That's -2 plus 3, which is 1. For this entry, in the first row, second column, we use the first row, second column. 1 times 1 plus 2 times -1/2 is 1 plus -1, which is 0. The entry in the second row, first column, we use the second row, first column. 3 times -2 plus 4 times 3 halves. That's -6 plus 6, which is 0. And then the second row times the first column, second column, will be the second row, second column. 3 times 1 plus 4 times -1/2 is 3 plus -2, which is 1. This is the 2 by 2 identity matrix. This is I2. Now we could do this in the other direction as well, B times A. But this is a pretty cool property that if you multiply them in one direction, okay, if you multiply two square matrices and you get the identity matrix, then automatically you know that if you flip the order around, you'll get the identity as well. That's a pretty cool property, and it makes it so we don't need to verify the other direction as well. So now, since we got the identity matrix, we know that A and B are inverses. Or in other words, B is the inverse of A, and A is the inverse of B.